Hello, my name is Gerard Gallagher. I'm the head of Student Disability Supports and Deputy Director of the Disability Service. I'm delighted to talk to you today and help you through this session, which is aimed to help you understand your exam accommodations at Trinity College Dublin. I'm here on the Disability Service homepage of our website www.tcd.ie/disability. This will give you all of the key information you need to know to help you understand your exam accommodations while studying with us here at Trinity College Dublin. The first thing I want to point out is that we have a dedicated email address to help you through your studies here. And you can contact us via Microsoft Teams or by phone. And our email address is askds@tcd.ie. The second thing I'd like to point out to you is that we have a drop-in hours every day this week. And if you'd like to make an appointment, you can click on this booking link to make an appointment for a time that suits you for a 15-minute online drop-in. Now, many of you are probably wondering how exam accommodations will work in Trinity College Dublin. And so what we've done is developed a series of guidelines to help you understand how your accommodations will be applied. And if you click on this link, you'll be able to understand how your exam supports will work in this set of semester 1 exams. So at the top of the page here, this page contains guidelines for the application of reasonable accommodations for in-person, online, end of semester, in-person and online end of semester exams and assessments, information on the deferral of exams process, information on departmental assessments and accommodations, information on the various other webinars that take place as part of this series. And you'll get these webinars on our website. So first of all, looking at the guidelines, the final thing to say is we also have frequently asked questions that will help you. And if you go to that, that will tell you everything you need to know about understanding exam supports here at Trinity. So these guidelines are designed to help you determine how your supports will work and who will arrange these. So the first exam is an in-person timed exam, up to 5 hours. And an in-person timed exam refers to exams being taken in person. Students with in-person exams availing of exam accommodations will take exam accommodations in on-campus venues of the Arts Block, Goldsmith Hall, and the exam hall, as opposed to the other venue, which would be the RDS. So you'll be in a main campus venue if you have in-person end of semester exams. And then to point out, for a university scheduled end of semester examination, extra time is added as per the LENS report. For departmental scheduled end of semester examinations, if your department is arranging these outside of college scheduled exams, departments are responsible for putting in place your extra time in line with the LENS report. Generally, for the in-person end of semester exams, these are arranged by the examinations office if they're college organised exams. So then we move on to take-home offline exams. So these take-home exams may be longer in duration than the traditional in-person exam. For take-home exams, extra time is applied by the departments. Departments can provide additional time on Blackboard, or else they can allow you to submit at a slightly later submission time. So this gives examples then for how extra time is applied. So typically, extra time is provided at 10 minutes per hour, and that's arranged per the university reasonable accommodations policy. And so in this case, for a 2-hour exam, your exam will take place for 2 hours and 20 minutes. And as I say, academic departments arrange the accommodation for take-home offline exams up to 5 hours. So then the next section is take-home offline assessments. This exam as a type is an open book exam with a much longer format of a traditional exam. Extra time is not applied as it is assumed you're not working on the exam assessment for all of the time. So for example, if you have 12 hours to complete an assessment, it is assumed that you're not working on the assessment for all of the time. So in that case, you can take additional time yourself to complete the assessment, and extra time does not need to be applied to your accommodations. Again, academic departments can be contacted if you need additional support with this. So for real-time online invigilated exams and proctored exams, these exams are conducted through examination on Blackboard and they're timed in live session. This exam type will be open for several hours, and the recommendation and duration that is within a normal time with some buffer time to allow students to navigate the system. If a student has been granted extra time on their lens, the examination must be extended for these exam accommodations. Additional time of 10, 15 or 20 or 30 minutes will apply to all timed exams and assessments of different duration up to 5 hours. So for example, again, on a 2-hour exam where the approved extra time is 10 minutes, you'll add extra time of 20 minutes, 10 minutes per hour, 2 hours and 20 minutes. On a 3-hour exam where it's an extra time of 10 minutes, you'll add 30 minutes, 3 hours and 30 minutes to accommodate the extra time for each hour of the exam. So the deferral process then, most of the examinations which are deferred from semester 1 session will take place from the 7th until the 19th of February 2022, with contingency dates from the 21st to the 26th of February. In scheduling the deferred examinations in late afternoons or evenings and weekend periods, consideration is given to factors such as existing teaching lecture requirements to minimize the impact for students and staff wherever possible. So then there's a number of reasons to defer, which are listed here, including if you test positive for COVID, where you must not attend an in-person exam. Again, if you have symptoms, where you must not attend an in-person exam. And if you're in a household where somebody has COVID, again, you should not attend an in-person exam. And then, so if you cannot attend for other health reasons, you'd also be permitted to defer. And you would provide documentation through your tutor in order to do that. And for more information then, you could contact your tutor for further guidance on how to navigate this. So then we have departmental assessments and accommodations. So for departmental assessments, these are arranged by the academic departments, not the exams office. So what you would do if you wanted to make sure your exam accommodations were in place, you could contact your individual lecturer just to make sure that the exam accommodations agreed as part of your needs assessments are in place for your end of semester exams. We have already communicated with your school through the LENS report, so they will know to put exam accommodations in place for you. We have also communicated with schools on a couple of occasions in the run-up to exams to remind them of the importance of putting in place reasonable accommodations for your exam period. So then, looking at the different sessions that were on this week, today's session, which is understanding your exam accommodations. You'll get the webinar links below, reminding your mental health, getting tech ready, the top tips for exam success, and we also did a session today where we supported students to understand what on-campus venues would look like. And if you have any questions about an on-campus venue, I'd encourage you to pop into the access or to the disability service in room 2054 in the arts building. So then we have the exam accommodations frequently asked questions, and you will see them listed here below. I am registered with the Disability Service. Will I have access to reasonable accommodations in online and in-person exams? Yes, if you are approved for reasonable accommodations by the Disability Service for examinations, you will still be entitled to reasonable accommodations in these examinations. If you have queries in relation to your accommodations, please contact us. Do I still get extra time if I was approved for it previously? Yes, all students registered with the Disability Service who've been approved for reasonable accommodation of extra time will be provided with this support for in-person and online timed exams. And again, the third question here, what exam supports do I get for in-class departmental scheduled exams? The exam accommodations that were agreed as part of the Disability Service apply to in-class timed exams, so it's just important that you know that. Then how will my other reasonable accommodations be applied in online examinations? So for use of a PC, you'll use your own PC. For use of the C-Pen reader, students will use read and write screen reading software on their own computer or use the accessibility features in Office 365. Dictation, students have access to dictation on their own device. Enlarged papers, students should use magnification features that they are familiar with as required. Low distraction or group venues. This does not apply for online exams, but we encourage you to set up a low distraction venue for yourself if needs be in your own home by making sure that there is minimal noise around your home if you're doing online exams. Inclusive marking guidelines, and this is a very important point. Students with dyslexia and students who are deaf or have hearing impairments may opt to disclose their disability on their examination scripts. In any case, examination scripts examination accommodations listed above, it's the student's responsibility to copy the link to the disclosure of disability sticker that's listed here, and that will allow students then to place that on their examination papers, and students can request the disclosure of disability sticker from their invigilator if they have a specific learning difficulty or they're hearing impaired. They can request it in in-person exams from the invigilator. I have an end of semester exam over 5 hours. And does extra time apply? No, extra time does not apply, as it assumed, as I said previously, that you're not working on the exam all of the time, though you can take additional time to complete the task itself within the time period. So the final question then is, if you do have any questions, I would really encourage you to contact us. Send us an email to askbs@tcd.ie or use our drop-in calendar to discuss your exam questions on a 15-minute drop-in. So you can see here on our website, we have the earlier sessions listed, and you can play these throughout the course of the week. So finally, I would like to wish you the very best of luck in your upcoming exams and encourage you to make contact with us if you do need any support. Our email again, askbs@tcd.ie. You can make an online drop-in any day between 11 and 3 during term time, and we will be available for appointments until after the exam period. You book an online drop-in for a 15-minute session with one of the disability officers. So finally, the very best of luck in your upcoming exams, and I hope you have a good Christmas break.